Well, hey, and welcome back to Backroads. My name is David, and today we are doing the tree carving tour in Orangeville. These are all the sculptures that have been created from trees that have died, and the tree carvings mean something different all the way throughout Orangeville. So today I wanted to take you on the art walk of Orangeville that is dealing with just the trees. There's much more when it comes to art in Orangeville, but this is what we're doing today. Now, I think that there's about somewhere between 35 and 50 of these things, and I don't know the age of all of them, but they stem from like 20 years ago and all the way up until recently. So yeah, it's one of those journeys, and some of them are probably going to be very weathered, and some of them are probably going to be pretty cool. So we're going to start with our first one here by the hospital, and this one is the physician and the patient. I think what would have been really cool is if they had a plaque on one of these, because there are no plaques, there are no distinguishing anything to say who the artist was or when it was built. But the research that I've done is this one was 2012, and this again is the patient and the doctor, and this stems from the founding of the Orangeville Hospital. And I think Abraham Groves was the founder of the hospital, and that's what I've got on this one here, just outside of the Headwaters Health Center. On our way to the next one, this one here is kind of at the Shoppers Drug Mart and the McDonald's here on Broadway. And this one is the canoe, Jack Pine. This one was donated in 2011. I think the gentleman's name who passed away was Jack Barth. His wife donated it. And he had a love for, yeah, there is Jack Barth. He had a love for canoeing. So, yeah, and Nick Hall, he's a graduate of the West Side Secondary School. And he did this carving. It's a little bit weathered, needs a little bit of love, but when you're out in the sun all the time, it's something that needs to be looked after. So that's our next one. Now we're going to make our way over across the street where the kind of Taco Bell sign is. And there's another one over there. It's the time of the year, guys. It's starting to change. Seasons, the leaves are changing. Well, welcome to the Dragon. This guy here was carved, and the head was carved separately, and it was attached to the rest of the tree with the wings also. Apparently, he was carved to be a lookout for travelers into his world of make-believe, so to speak. But anyways, that is the Dragon. And I don't know much about when it was carved, because I don't have a date, and I researched it. So if you know in the comments below, let me know. That is the dragon. Oh, and there's another one across the street. This one's got a little sign to it, inclusive. It was commissioned by Access Ontario, or Access Orangeville. Jim McKinnon. I don't have a date, and if I do find one, I will put it, you'll see right here on the screen. So this is an all-inclusive. And that is the sound alarm where you can cross the street. There you go. All right. I think we're finished with the canoe, the inclusive. We've got the dragon. Now let's go down there and get to the next two. Well, here we are in Town Line. It's walking up to the next one. Now this is in Dragonfly Park. There's two of them here. Now this first one right here that we're going to look at is the hiker. And the hiker, it's got binoculars, it's got its walking stick, it's got her boots, it's a female. She has her backpack, her hair in a bun, or not a bun, but in a ponytail, and she's got her backpack. So this hiker was created in 2016 by Mr. McKenna. He's done quite a few of the sculptures, and yeah, she's going off to explore. Now, here's the other thing that you need to know about the hiker, is this was made within 1 week. 1 week of carving, white pine, stands about 2.3 meters high. I really do wish that they would have little plaques on them, giving you a little bit more information. Apparently, we've got, oh, are we not going to be able to get new pedestrian bridge? I don't know if we're going to be able to get to our next one. Well, we will certainly go for our walk in Dragonfly Park with all the Canadian flags lined on this trail, and we will go hunting for the next one. Oh, wait a minute. I think I may have found it. I don't think we have to cross over any bridge. It's just beautiful in Dragonfly Park. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to try to walk to a lot of the other ones now. Well, not after this one, only because some of them are like a little bit of a distance from all of them, and I don't know if I've got enough battery for my mic or my gimbal or my phone. I don't know if I've got enough for all of those. So this right here is, I think, the oldest, or one of the oldest. Oh, they did finish the bridge. All right. So this is called Nature's Pole. And Nature's Pole was done prior to 2003 when the program started in Orangeville for the Art Walk. So this is pre-2003, before it all began. And this was carved by the Headwaters Carving Club. Don't really know how high. I'll put the information on the screen, but yeah, there you have it. Okay, let me just see if I can zoom into the top. So they've got like a little eagle just kind of circling around. Just goes in circle based on the wind. And then all the carving on the tree. So this thing is well over 20 years old. And there's the new beautiful bridge that has been built. The other one was in dire need of being replaced. That gives you a little bit of history of what's going on with the wetlands. And there's some brief history of Orangeville and when it was settled, around 1829. And this is kind of what the wetlands looks like. I'll do another video on Orangeville with a lot of the history stuff at a later date. But let's go find our next one. 58 First Avenue, and right in front of Sunbelt Rentals. This was carved in 2004. And this is a bear with a jackhammer. Stands about a little over 8 feet. And this was carved by Jim McKinnon again. He was actually a teacher. He's from Thornhill, graduate of York University. And there's the bear. Again, I wish they had like little plaques on them. So you kind of have to have your phone with you and kind of look up the details, but I'll put it on the screen for you. So that would be the bear. So here's our next one, right in front of the Tim Hortons. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what this one is because it's not on the Orangeville website to say what it is. So clearly it has to do with cats. If I find the information, I'll put it up, but apparently this was supposed to be the nurse. Because apparently there's one that's supposed to be, well, it was vandalized, and then it was put up again in 2022. But this doesn't look like the nurse. This looks like cats. And I don't have any information on the cats to tell you. Again, it would be nice if there was a plaque, Orangeville. So where is the nurse? She's nowhere. I do not see anything this way. Nothing across the street. I do not see a nurse. So I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if they took it down or if it got badly vandalized and they put it somewhere else instead. The next one on our list is the farmer. Now the farmer is from 2004. It's one of the originals, one of the OGs. Now he represents farming back in the town, and also there was two son-in-laws of the founder, Orange Lawrence, and yeah, they had a business here. Put it up on the screen. I think it closed permanently in 1972. Now the next one's going to take us up. You can see him just in the little distance there. Sorry about all the motorcycle noise, but it's a long weekend here in Canada. So everyone's coming back from their trip. But this dude is the postman. Now, as to the year he was carved, I do not know. But he's also, I think, one of the OGs. Just look at the face, though, eh? How do people carve like this? It's so amazing. All right, let's continue on our way. Now we got two up and coming right here. First one is the, I think, sesquicentennial one. These ones are, we've got a bunch of fish. I mean, it's so cool. There's a fish in there. Trying to, I don't know, it looks like it's seen a little bit better days, but I don't even know the year of this one yet either. But it's on your screen right now. Orangeville Art Tour. I'm your host, Dave. Anyways, the next one, this is the Amaranth Lions Club. Apparently, I don't know if they commissioned this one, but this is the lion. This is the lion. It's another one by Jim McKenna. There's Orange Lawrence, the founder of Orangeville. Let's continue our journey along Broadway and let's find the next one, shall we? This is where the farmers market normally sets up on a Saturday. Now, I'm not too sure where the next one is located, but it's in this park somewhere. Okay. I do not see it. Well, I guess we should pay our respects. Letter from the front. Oh, heart just breaks. Where is that tree carving? All right, so here we are at the next one. And this is the Prince. This first street used to be called the Prince of Wales Road. And so they named it after a prince from England or something like that from like 1906. But anyways, here he is in all his glory. And this is the nurse. Celebrating 100 years, 1907 to 2007 when it was installed. It looks like it. That eye's a little creepy though. I think they need to work on the eyes. She's having a hard time. They'll split in the back. But anyways, here we are. So this is the Lord Dufferin Retirement Residence. And I believe this is Helping Hands. Let's commemorate Mrs. B's 90th birthday. Helping Hands, Caring Hearts depicts ooh, she's starting to deteriorate, not doing so well. I think we need to give her a little bit of love. I mean, the poor thumbs. The thumbs are kind of like rotting out right here. All right, let's go take a look at the next one. Well, we're just across from the Orangeville Courthouse. And here we are going to find a 7-foot tall thinking squirrel. And it's, this carving was done in 2022. So it's a more recent one. But it's kind of fitting that the squirrel is by the courthouse sitting on a stack of books. Guess he's got some hard decisions to make. Let's continue on. Just outside of Tony Rose Sports Center here. And this is a lacrosse player, Mr. Lacrosse. I believe this would be, I think 8'3". And this is Terry Sanderson. He was a coach and well-established in the lacrosse industry. He had a sports store on Broadway. He did pass away and in 2014. And this is Mr. Lacrosse. What a great carving this is. Now there is another one inside here, but we can't get in. Or can we get in? No, I don't think we can get in. And I don't even know where that one is. So we're just going to continue on. That would be the heron, and I forget I forget what it was, heron and the bird or heron and the... Anyways, we're just walking by ODSS, that's the Orangeville District School, secondary school. Now this school was built in 1951 because the other one burned down in 1948. And when that one burnt down, I mean, it had been standing for quite some time. It was built in 1884, and it was the only secondary school between Brampton and Owen Sound. And this Matthew Street is probably one of my favorite. It is so beautifully tree-lined, gorgeous. Houses are really cute. I see it right up here. For a minute there, I was just thinking that it wasn't here anymore. I believe they put this in, was it 2016 or 2019? It gives you a little bit of that high school that I was telling you about. And there's the graduate stepping on a book. And she's about 8'3". Yeah, that's over at the Orangeville District Secondary School. Just over on 2nd Ave right now, and we're at Canadian Nature. We got a bear, we got a woodpecker, we got an owl, and we got another owl. Now this one was commissioned on a property outside of Orangeville in 2007, but it wasn't finished, or it wasn't done until 2009. But when the people moved to Orangeville, they had this brought and they donated it to Orangeville. So it's been here since 2012. On the hunt. Oh, I think I found it. I think I found it. This is spirit tree. Spirit tree was known in the 15th century. Europeans said that people who went into the dense forest never returned, and that evil spirits lived in the woods. They probably just got eaten by a bear, but anyways. But they said that if people were traveling into the woods, they needed to knock on the tree to wake the tree spirit up to protect them while they traveled through the dense forest. So that's where the whole theme of knock on wood or touch wood came from, was that tree, tree spirit, or is it spirit tree? Very cool. It's funny how these things kind of come into our lives, and the things that we say date back, centuries. It's just something that I find very amazing. The Victorian lady. Oh, and if I haven't mentioned it, I'm back on Broadway, on the west side. So this is the Victorian lady. This clearly has something to do with back in the day. This is what the Victorian ladies would wear, and I think there's a little label on the back of this. Oh, that's who did it. Just so intricate how it was all carved. Okay, on to our next one. I think we got to go down this street over here. Tree of Life. And we have found our next one on York Street. Tree of Life. Back on Broadway, and this was carved in 2020, and this one is called Coyotes. Oh, look at that, a Lamborghini. Driven by some young dude. I wonder what he does for a living. I thought I always wanted a Lamborghini, but you know, as you get older, it's like, yeah, I'm okay. I don't really need a Lamborghini. Just too much attention brought to you in the car. And I'll do another art walk. These are kind of cool too, but we'll save that for another video. Orangeville really is beautiful. Calftown. Now there used to be a carving over here called the Storyteller, but I think that one has been removed because it started to get rotted out. And I think that's where it used to be. Little cello, little drumming. This is the bar on Broadway. Oh, and then there's these murals. I know that wasn't on today's, that wasn't really on tap for today, but anyways, here we are. Look at that. That's what it used to look like. Check this out. Right there. Right where I'm standing used to be a gas station. Look at that. And then look at that. So cool. Oh, wait a minute. Or we can look at these ones. Those look really cool. 1921 and 1963. Nature's Unity, weighing over 3,000 pounds, carved in 2017. So cool. We got the owls at the top. We have the bear. We got the owl. More bears. We've got a fox. We have the natives of the land. Coyotes. Very cool. And while we're at it, we may as well look at the Toronto Grey and Bruce Railway. Wow. Long time ago. And there's the Orangeville-Brampton Railway. Yeah, and it's just over there and it's not used anymore. It's all decommissioned. And this one is called Community Spirit. It's representing the neighborhood, nature, unity. I don't know when this one was carved, but we got a raccoon at the top and we've got some owls. We've got a soccer ball, got a leaf. And a squirrel at the top. A hockey skate, of course. Here we find the eagle. The eagle looks like it's had better days, but there you have it. The real estate brokerage here commissioned this guy, I think it was 2013. Well, now that my microphone is cut out on me, I'm going to talk about the ice cream cone. And this used to be Casa del Gelato. Long time ago, this place had the best pizza around, but it's long gone now, and unfortunately, looks like so is the ice cream cone. It's not doing so well. But it looks like new owners have bought the property and they may be fixing it up. So maybe they'll give new life into another carving of some other tree stump. This is a fun one. This is the pelicans. And I like how they have the rope here. And just look at the beaks. Just the carving is just awesome. I always think about any time that I've been down to Florida, I would see these big, huge pelicans. It's kind of what it reminds me of. But what a great carving. It's really cool. The next one is the mouse. This one's kind of cool. A huge mouse running down this tree, and it's kind of holding itself up with its tail wrapped around. It's pretty neat. I like this one. Here we are at Woodland Creatures. Yes, we are in a cemetery. That's where this one is located. Looks like we got some bears and another bear and an owl. And here we have it with the first police chief. Look at the beard. Look at the hair. And this guy stands at Orangeville Hydro in the OPP. And that is all of the tree carvings I've been able to find in the town of Orangeville. There was a couple that have deteriorated, that have been removed. Some kind of went from one spot to another. The map wasn't updated. But overall, there you have it. So I think that was a pretty good day. I think I found all of them. And like I always say, get out and explore. See you on the next one.